Hello everyone. Sorry about my voice. I am still a little sick, but we'll get on with that. And welcome to this week's special video, as I will call them, which is the underrated levels video. In this video, I'll talk about my top 10, in my opinion, what I consider to be the most underrated levels in the community. So this is based off of what I've seen and what I personally think of the levels. This is totally my opinion. Like, normally deeper dives, I've agreed with the community on things. All of this is totally from me. No community feedback is even like considered here, other than the fact of do they hate this level, which all of these should be marginally or completely yes. Even a mild dislike. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get into our 11th place, because I want to mention a certain level. So my honorable mention for this video is Workshop, because it hasn't been out for too long. As of recording, it's been out for around 4 days, and I've seen hate and I've seen love toward this level, so it seems very controversial, which is the pattern that we're going to see in this video. I personally like it. I've seen a bunch of dislikes. The only reason it's not on this list is because it hasn't been out long enough for me to gather enough information to determine whether or not it should be on the list. So for now, it's going to stick in the honorable mentions. If this ages horribly, it does, but it's only been out for 4 days, so I can't really tell right now. In 10th place, we have Legendary Racing. So all of these levels had basically been like locked in place. Now 10th place was a whole different story. I had a bunch of different levels that I thought could be 10th place, but overall, I ended up going with Legendary Racing, considering it hasn't been generally too well liked by the community until its reworks. And then I haven't really seen much feedback past that. Before this level's retexturings, or rework, whatever you want to call it, mostly in this theme, this level was not received well by the community, saying that this theme was too bland, too hard to see decoration, and that's what the community thought about this level. Personally, I do agree with the community there, but I think this level does fine without the retexture. I'm glad it got a retexture, because that moved it into the S tier for me. But, I don't think this level was like D tier or C tier like I saw some people rating it before this retexturing. Certainly after the retexturing it got better, but I still think there's some Legendary Racing haters out there, and that's fine if you hate a level. We could all hate a level. Like my overrated video, which will be coming out next week, it's going to be all my hated levels essentially, that I think the community likes too much. So we could all hate levels, right? However, this one I just feel has an amazing vibe to it. Love the soundtrack, definitely the best Creo soundtrack in the game so far, and the route's actually really fun and pretty challenging, like that gem right there. And yeah, I have no complaints about this level, certainly. Its bonus, Blazing Tracks, was certainly much more well received and much deserving so. But still, definitely not a course to be slept on. I mean, no pun intended. Because the racing, okay, sorry. Really fun level, and not really worth the hate even before the retexture. In 9th place, we have Crescent Moonbeam. Now, this might be probably the weirdest pick on the list to you guys if it wasn't Legendary Racing. Because you might be thinking, casual, this level is pretty well received, right? And to the most part, it's not like F tier or like C tier, D tier like people were saying with Legendary Racing. People were more saying this is like B tier, and even that, I'd say, is just an underrating of the beauty of this level, especially considering Observatory. But yeah, I've seen a lot of B tier ratings from the community on this level, and I'm really surprised because I personally think that this level is low S tier, definitely on the lower side of S tier, but it's so much better than Observatory. And it's just honestly just such a weird thing that the community even like disagrees with that. And personally, I think that this is like very worthy of S tier. Even Deco and Hugo thinks that, so take that, community people. I bet a lot of you guys watching me though will probably say that this is a good level anyway, and it didn't need to be on this list. And my community, thank you for agreeing with me, but not all of the community thinks that way. So there is like one thing I'd say that could make this level a little bit better, and for me I'd say it was to just increase the difficulty, and I think that's why a lot of people don't like this level. But it was the first ever 2-star co-creation level, which did kind of set, not really a standard, because we knew 2 stars would come eventually, but it also just like, I don't know, it's really cool. It introduced, well, its main level introduced, and it kept going with the, what do you call it? Asynchronized dual portals. Non-symmetrical, whatever. Asymmetrical duels, sorry. I'm thinking of my Geometry Dash mind. Overall, this level did really cool things, and in my opinion, didn't deserve even the B tier, quotation mark, hate that it was getting. Because I just really enjoy this level, honestly. Alright, so here in 8th place we have Trick or Treat, and the reason that I would put this on the list is because I think the entire community just forgets it exists, in all honesty. Like, I have not seen a single person other than myself talk about this level ever, really, since its release. I don't really blame them, because it was the last ever Halloween level, but that is also the last ever Cheetah Mobile Halloween level. Like, why are we not seeing more thoughts about this? Not only that, I think this level absolutely slaps. It's probably in my top 30, which a lot of people might be surprised by, considering I don't really like Monster Course that much. You'll see in a deeper dive much later. It will not come out for a long time. But, I mean, yeah, it's just like so much better with it. The soundtrack definitely slaps. One of the main reasons. And I think it uses its obstacles to its best ability, and there's some great music sync in there. And as you guys know me, I'm a sucker for music sync. And personally, I think the difficulty was done quite well. Obviously, there's still some issues like those bat hitboxes, but that's a minor thing, because if you're a pro like me, you could learn how to avoid it. And that second crown can be kind of difficult for new players, I understand. This level took me quite a while to perfect when I first learned it. But it's really fun and rewarding what to do, because the ending is probably my favorite part of this level. And, I mean, community thoughts, I don't even know what the community thinks of this level. I did a deeper dive on this really early, because I was just doing deeper dives at that point on levels that I liked. And there weren't many comments at that point, so if you guys want to tell me what you think of this level, like what tier you'd put it in, that'd be greatly appreciated. Personally, very S tier level for me, just because it's very fun to play. It really has flowing gameplay, and that's just something I really do love in a level, especially music sync, which was more prevalent in the 80% area and in the 30% area. Overall, does not deserve to be forgotten. I wouldn't call it hate on this level, but definitely more forgotten than it should be. In 7th place is, fittingly, Co-Creation Level 7, Lively Spirits. If you guys even know about the controversy between this level, I feel like you should expect it to be on this list, especially if you know me, because I personally don't think this level is bad, and I think everyone is just complaining about something that happened outside of the game. And even if it did matter, it's the soundtrack. It's not even the gameplay. It's not even the person that routed this that's controversial. It's the soundtrack maker. Which, guys, that is an out-of-game thing, and I say this a lot, but it really doesn't affect the level at all. And, I mean, personally, I'm not really the biggest fan of the soundtrack, but the gameplay, I feel like, makes up for it a lot. And I honestly think this level is better than Bouncing City, and that alone is probably controversial. I do like the yellow theme, though. It is very fun. I do prefer it over the green theme. However, I think just the gameplay here is just 10 times more fun than Bouncing Cities. Like, this crown is amazing. I love how they did that. You have to hit both of the glass tiles. Like, it's just so fun, and it's, like, innovative. It's something we really hadn't seen before, which is something I love it when Minimax does. And this level does not deserve the F tier hate that it gets. It's like, I know people call it F tier. Declan Hugo called it F tier, or whatever, when he ranked his things. He didn't even elaborate. And I'm like, just because a pedophile made a soundtrack does not make the level bad. And I know that might sound just horrible, and I do think that they should get in trouble for what they did, but it shouldn't affect the game, especially because it's the soundtrack. You could turn music off. There is a settings option to do that. And every time I hear an argument like that, as well as what we're going to see for number 6, which is a little different, but still, I am just like, oh my gosh, guys. It's so stupid that we're doing that. And personally, I think the route of this level is so fun. The crown back there that I just failed at even has 2 routes that you can go for, and I don't know. I think it's just a really fun level, especially compared to what people in the community say about it. In 6th place, we have Time Machine. And if I'm going to be honest, I don't even know why this level is controversial. I don't know if somebody bad made the route here or something. It can't be the soundtrack, but or like I've heard people say the crowns are repetitive, but that's such a crappy argument. I'm sorry, like that's the worst argument I've ever seen. These little sliders literally make 9s. There's so many references here. It's absolutely amazing. This is by far my favorite anniversary level ever. And I'm pretty sure as of right now, this level is either my 4th favorite or 5th favorite in the game. This level moves a lot in my top 10. It's always going to be there, though, probably, most likely. And I mean, everything just feels so fun. And unlike a lot of anniversary levels in the frequent past, it actually makes me feel nostalgic. Like, we go back to the forest themes. And now, like, we have these obstacles right here that'll look like Dynamic Cube. And we go back to Sunny's theme. It's awesome. Theme cameos should be in, like, every anniversary level, not just the bonus, because that just makes the bonus good. I mean, granted, Nirvana's S tier too, but, like, still. Like, this level actually makes me feel incredibly nostalgic because of all of that. And it's using specifically the old themes, like, nothing Minimax related, no, like, Chess Fortress themes, which, I mean, it is my favorite level in the game, but I still don't care that they didn't bring it back, because I feel like that's not really nostalgic. It's more of a new era. This is, like, old era. Like, let's remember the old era. Let's bring it back. And I don't really care about any controversies for this level, because I will defend this one to the very end. This is probably the level on this list that's the highest on my tier list on, like, the underrated thing. Most of these are in S tier, some are not, like Lively Spirits, but, like, this is just an amazing level that deserves so much credit and no controversy. I mean, this crown is hard, but, like, why is this a bad thing? I think it's great how they did everything in this level. The route may be the weakest part to some people, but the nostalgia factor carries so hard here compared to the soundtrack. Is it controversial? A little. Is it hated? A little bit. But is it goddamn amazing? Hell yeah. In 5th place, we have one of my stranger picks on this list, Unlock the Future. This level is kind of in the same boat as Trick or Treat, where I think it's incredibly forgotten. But unlike Trick or Treat, this level is just so much more forgotten. I like Trick or Treat more than this level. However, I think this is even less talked about in the community. People just focus on VR Fairyland, which, to be fair, is a very good bonus. It's A tier. Or main level, sorry, this is its bonus. But, like, are we really forgetting this awesome thing right here? I think if we had, like, play rates on levels, this would be one of the lowest. And it's, like, really sad because I think this is just such a fun 2019 level. And the soundtrack is amazing. Definitely not my top 20, but, like, definitely top, like, 50, I feel like. Maybe 75. I don't know. There's a lot of good soundtracks in this game, but still, this one's really good. To throw that on, I think this level's route is just so awesome, and it uses the tilting floors just amazingly. The only reviews I've seen on this level are in my deeper dive video, which was more recent, so I could get a little bit more comments on it. And I saw a lot of people say A tier, maybe B tier. And the only reason they talked about this level is because I made a video talking about it myself. So I had to start the conversation, essentially, and for people to even talk about it, which just kind of shows how forgotten this level is. And for that reason, I think this level is incredibly underrated, because I feel like forgotten levels can be completely underrated. This is my last, like, forgotten pick of the list, I will say. The next 4 are kind of more controversial than anything else, but still, this level deserves to be talked about more, and it deserves to be praised. Praised, I say. Definitely my top 50. Just an amazing level overall. In 4th place, we have Venus. It finally corrected the sins of its founding fathers, Lost City and Alone Zoo. D tier and F minus tier. Yeah, I don't know if I'd call this level controversial, but it's... I also don't know if I'd call it forgotten either, because I do see a little bit more talk about this level in the community. I think since it's a 1-star, people just don't like it as much. And sure, 1-stars aren't really that fun. I wouldn't give this level S tier either. This is one of my A tier picks on this list. But, I mean, it's not bad. It has an amazing soundtrack. The pink theme is beautiful, and they actually bring back the mechanics that were introduced in this level because they can. They don't really have an impact, but it's still fun that they're there, you know? And the soundtrack, I feel like, in 1 stars matters 10 times more than it does in any other level, because all you can really do here, if you're at least marginally good at the game, is listen to the soundtrack. Because you're not going to really be struggling here if you're marginally good at the game. I mean, I could see a new player struggling here. It's one of the hardest 5 stars. However, I think that this level, I agree, it can be kind of boring at times, but I still think it's probably one of the most underrated levels in the community. And probably my 3rd favorite 1 star after Workshop came out. Before Workshop, this was my 2nd favorite 1 star in the game. And that just kind of shows how boring 1 stars are, considering it's only 1 S tier 1 star still. Maybe Workshop's S tier, but still a very fun level, like in terms of its soundtrack. I wouldn't come back and play this too often, but I don't say it deserves as much hate, like C tier, D tier, B tier even, comments I was seeing on my Deeper Dive video. Okay, these next 3, top 3, are definitely controversial picks. Like, I've seen a lot of hate towards these levels, and yeah, there's people that don't like. In 3rd place, we have Hub, the 2nd hardest 4 star in the game, on the level list at least. Amazing soundtrack alert! It is a banger. When Workshop came out, everyone just said Hub V2, Hub V2, Hub V2. I'm like, yes, what is there to dislike about Hub? I do not care if there's a Hub V2. If there's a Hub remix, oh yeah, love it here, guys. And what people don't like is the movers. And I understand that, but this level is based on a sewer. These movers are pipes. Like, the complicated pipelines of a sewer, that is what this level represents. And I was the first one to come up with that, and Rezi did say that too, so I'm not alone here. Copyright? No, I'm just kidding. It's just so fun. And it's a hard 4 star. Do you, expect this level to be easy? Of course it's going to be challenging. It's the 2nd hardest 4 star in the game. It could be a 5 star. It probably is rated a 5 star on the wiki or something. I don't know, perfect way. It can be confusing. It's a hard level. It's a bonus of probably the hardest 5 star in the game. And I just think this level represents so many good things. And even the Pipeline soundtrack predicted this one, which it's so awesome. This is definitely my top 15 favorite levels in the game, and I just love it so much. It doesn't get nearly as much controversy in my community, although I still see people giving it B tier, C tier in my community occasionally, but where it gets really bad is outside of the community, or my community, where people just dog on this level, and I actually just have to leave the comment section sometimes, because I'm just like, I can't, it's just, the hate towards this level is just absolutely just annoying, honestly. And yeah, it's just such an awesome, fun level with a great concept that the community just didn't like, which is fine. Like I said, you don't have to like anything, but personally, this is in my top 15. Probably my 2nd highest level on this list today. Maybe the next number 2 is a little higher. They're probably around the same. But it's just so fun. Awesome level. Very worthy of 3rd place on this list. In 2nd place, we have Emerald City. By far, the most controversial 5 star bonus. And unlike Hub, I actually don't understand why people don't like this one. I think this is just one of the best levels in the game. It's so fun. There's music sync right here, killer music sync. But also, they don't really try to stick with what the Wizard of Oz was doing, and that's fine. But if people were ranking this based on the Wizard of Oz's kind of theme it was going for, then you're ranking it wrong, because it tries to do its own thing. It tries to do 5 star bonusy things. It has an amazing soundtrack, which I see people constantly hating on for being boring. It's a fast-paced piano soundtrack. It's awesome. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Sure, we don't have a fast piano where it's not really linear. It's kind of linear, but not fast linear, like a 6 star, which might not fit the soundtrack to some people, but shut up. The only thing I could actually see people hating on this level for, it's just this one section right here, which Declan Hugo complained about. Maybe popular YouTubers influence decisions. I don't know. But like, this section's so cool. They do the piano thing, they flip sides, and then they do a violin thing. It's awesome how that works. It's just like an amazing mechanic that they even tried. I'm glad they tried it because it's an awesome way to experiment. And just like the Wizard of Oz, it managed to bring back so many obstacles from different levels, which is awesome thing, honestly. Hate towards this level is just crazy. There's theming, there's like some gimmicks that they stick with throughout the entire level. I mean, they stick with the obstacle thing, which is great. I don't think there's anything wrong with this level, especially if you guys are thinking it's supposed to like mirror the Wizard of Oz, because it's not really the point here. Just, yeah. They do everything right, the theme changes feel right, and just every collectible feels very fun to get, and I constantly do feel on my toes in this level. It feels kind of stressful, especially if you're going for it for your first time, because you could easily fail at the end, and I'll show you where specifically. It's at 94%, or that's where it'll start. Yeah, right here. This, if you're going for the last gem at the end, you could easily fail that, and it's like a great choke point for the level to end at, especially for the only 5-star bonus we've gotten so far from Minimax. Just an amazing level that gets hated on by the community way too harshly, and I understand that the Wizard of Oz is an amazing level. It's really close to this level on the ranking list, actually, for me. If you watched my ranking all 5-star videos part 3, go watch that. But yeah, no, just a fun level overall, hated by the community too much. And in first place, I don't think anyone, I don't feel like a lot of people would predict this, Spring Festival, which is not an S tier pick for me. This is an A tier pick. I just think it gets hated on so much by the community, and even in my comment section, people just don't like this level. I don't think I've seen a single person agree with me on liking this level in my own comment section. I haven't seen people liking this level in the community. They say, oh, it's too long, it just uses random stuff. Yes, that is a gimmick, and it works very well for this level. It introduced random jump pads. It didn't introduce random gems, but the fact that it used it actually worked very well for its theming. And you might say it's too easy to get the crowns. Well, you have to learn the jump pad pattern. You don't have too many times, or you don't have too much time to react to where it's going to go. So you just have to know what the jump pad pattern is, and it makes it a very pro thing. Some people may say, oh, that's a horrible idea, and it's like, it's not really that hard to learn. I think the gems are more annoying personally, which is why it's not in S tier. But like, still, this level gets hated on incredibly too much. It has beautiful obstacles, an amazing soundtrack, and I think it's really long for a reason. This level needs a bonus, and I'm surprised that Minimax hasn't given us a Spring Festival bonus yet, especially since it had a cameo, this theme right here, actually both themes, in Temple Fair. One of their first levels. Like, why do we not have a bonus for this level yet? It's so awesome. I would love to spend more time with these obstacles rather than just Temple Fair and this level. Granted, both are A tier. It's just really fun. I actually initially liked this level a lot, even without knowing the patterns. I thought it was an incredibly fun idea and just so awesome. I will continue glazing this level till the day I die, community. So watch out. Do not insult my boy Spring Festival, because I will defend him to the very end here. Amazing soundtrack, amazing gimmicks used. The gameplay is pretty solid for pretty much just random. The enemies, or the obstacles, decoration, all of that stuff, really good. It's only not an S tier because I think there's just some random gems things, but still, community hates it too much. Putting this level in C or D tier is just too much for me, and very undeserving of the hate. So for all of those reasons, this level is, in my opinion, the most underrated level in the game, and will take first place on this list. So, what do you think? Do you think Lab Confidential is the most underrated level on the game, and hate me for not putting it on this list? Let me know in the comments. But stay tuned for next week's overrated level video that I'm going to film right now for you guys. So be on the lookout for that next week, and I'll see you guys in the next deeper dive probably.